Hi, hello friends. This is Praiser. In this video, we are going to talk about Santoor patch making on Mainstage 3. So first of all, I've prepared my left side accompaniment like this one. If you have any doubts regarding accompaniment making, I've made a special video on accompaniment making. Please check out that video. The link is in the description below. After you are done with accompaniment, take a new track and open Kontact VST for the channel strip. And on Kontact, you have to select new instrument and click on settings symbol. Once you click on the settings symbol, you will have a lot of options like this, and open group editor, mapping editor also. So on group editor, you have to click create empty groups. We are going to create 3 empty groups and delete the group 1 that came by default, and once it is deleted, change the names of the groups. So double click on the group names to rename it. First group name will be left, second group will be right, third group will be trill. Once you name the groups, we have to place the samples for the particular group. So here you can see many folders. These folders are downloadable. You can download them from the link in the description. So there are groups with the names left, right, and everything. So all the left samples will be going to left group, all the right samples will be going to right group, and trill samples, here you can see trill folder, all the trill samples will be going to trill group. So we have 3 groups and 3 sets of samples. So what is this V3, V5 and V7? V3, V5, V7 are the velocity ranges. First I am going to import the samples from V3 folder. So select all the samples and place the samples from C2 and D2. Place the samples from D2 node. Place the samples so that each sample will stretch to 3 nodes. So I am moving the cursor upwards. So it is each sample is now stretching to 3 nodes. So I am going to drop there and set the root key to D2. So the samples are in right place. So now we are going to set the velocity range. V3 samples velocity will be 1 to 80. Next we are going to import V5 samples. Do the same with the V5 samples. Starting from D2, you are going to place the samples, and each sample should be stretched towards to 3 nodes. So the more you go up, the sample will stretch more. The more you go down, the sample will stretch less. Okay, so each sample is for 3 nodes. Now I am going to drop it, and minimum velocity is 81, maximum velocity is 110 for V5 samples. Next I am going to drop V7 samples. Select all, drag and drop. Minimum velocity is 111, maximum is 127. After we place the samples, now I am going to do the same with left. Sorry, I did a mistake here. See, what happened is I dropped all the samples in trill group. So now I am going to select all the samples, right click, cut, left, paste the samples in the left group. Now the samples are in right group. Trill group is empty. So select this selected groups only, so that you can see which group has the samples. Okay, left group has the samples, right and trill are empty. So now we are going to import right samples to the right group. Once left and right samples are placed, now we have to place the trill samples. Trill samples are a little complicated because I had to take them from separate sources, so they are not named properly or sampled properly. So we are going to select trill and import each and every sample individually rather than taking them all at once. So take the sample and assign it to one note. Like A1 will be going to A1, A2 will be going to A2. Assign it each note to single note only. So if you want to assign to single note, I have already mentioned the more you go up, the more the sample will stretch. So come down so that it will assign to single key itself. B1 to B2, B1. So now I am going to place all the samples in fast forward mode. Once you have placed all the samples like this, select the samples, each and every sample but not the last one, and right click, auto map functions, select the option auto spread key range, zone key ranges. Okay, after that select all the samples and move the samples that this keynote will move from C1 to C2. Okay, now let's play the samples and listen how the tone is going to sound like. So this is the tone and every sample is in tune itself. Now what we need to do is, when you see the real Santoor instrument, it will be like a board with strings and the man will be playing holding two triggers in left and right hands, and when he plays with left hand, the velocity and everything will be different and the sound will be different because human beings cannot do the accurate stuff. When he plays with the right hand, it will be different. So we have left hand samples and right hand samples. When I press the key for the first time, the left hand note should be played. When I play the note for second time, the right hand sample should be played. Okay, in order to set like that, we are going to set up an option called round robin. So select first left sample, left group, and here you can see group start options. Click on that, and group starts always. Change the option to cycle round robin, and round robin position will be 1. And for second group, we are going to do the same, cycle round robin, and round robin position will be 2 for this right group. So when I play a key, it will be like this. First, when I play a key, left group will be activated. See, left group is activated, and when I play the same key for the second time, right group will be activated. Ignore the trill group because we didn't assign anything to the trill group right now. So the left and right groups will be played alternatively like that. So now our duty is to set up the trill group. For trill group, what we need to do is we are going to set up a script for trill group so that when I move the modulation wheel up, the trill group will be played. When I move the modulation wheel down, the trill group will be silent. Only the natural Santoor notes will be played. For this script, in the download that you downloaded itself, there is a text. You just need to copy the text from that file and paste it into this one. Just paste it and click apply. So what happens is, when I play normally, normal samples will be played. When I move the modulation wheel up, check here, modulation wheel up, tremolo samples will be played. This is how it works. Before adding the effects, we need to do one last thing, that is adding the release. So for adding release, you need to select edit all groups and right click on volume and envelopes, AHDSR. Set the attack to 0, sustain to full, and release a little bit. So release is added. Next what we have to do is we have to manage the volume through velocity. So right click on volume, external sources, velocity, and set the input to the velocity up to like 20% or something. Okay, that's it. Next all we need to do is adding the effects. So don't add the effects in group insert effects, so, only add them in insert effects, so the effects will work on all the groups. Okay, open insert effects, click on the first slot, go to effects, add a compressor. I'm going to make the threshold to be below 9, and I'm going to leave everything as it is. Next I will add convolution reverb, and one of my favorites is vocal reverbs, warm vocal. Okay, you can decrease the wet signal or increase the wet signal depending on how you want your tone to be. Okay, next I'm going to add a limiter effects, increase the gain. Once the gain is sufficient, I'm done with it. Once the total editing is done, click on the settings symbol, file, save instrument, give the file a name. I'm naming it to be Santoor 1. Click on monolith. Okay, if you want you can do the patches and samples or patch only also, but monolith will be good for day-to-day use. So click on monolith and click save. Once the patch is saved, close the Kontact. Let's see how it is going to sound. So if you like the video, please like, comment and do share my videos. From today onwards I am starting the videos both in Telugu and English, so please do share my videos. Thanks for watching.